Hello again. Welcome to this live Q&A with Eligo. Today we're gonna speak about something that I think it's really interesting. That is nominees, and registrations to events or to elections. So this is an interactive session covering the nominees, and I'm here to answer your questions. So please really feel free to ask as many items as you want. First of all, let's break the ice with a couple of words on Eligo. So Eligo is an all-in-one platform designed to support private and public organization to digitize and simplify all the elections and decision-making processes. And these can happen online, in person, or hybrid as well. We have been active in this space since 2005, and more than 20 million people have voted with us. So we have quite a broad experience in this space. But let's get started with your questions because I already see the first question, and let's start from that. Let me read. I was wondering how you streamline the nomination process, specifically for position requiring extensive qualifications. I'm asking this because we often handle the nomination process before the actual election. Okay, so that could be useful to understand which is the industry you're in, because the nomination and the nomination process can be quite different in university sector or in association sector or in a union sector, for example. But to give you an idea, we have implemented a model that is exactly related to nominees. So the people that want to candidate themselves for the elections, so you can completely customize which are the elements that you're asking. So based on your specific requirements, and then you collect all the people that want to candidate themselves to nominate their nominations for the specific position, and then in the back office you check if all the information is in line with your requirement or not. This is, let's say, it's a simple way of doing things. So it's the process is that you define the requirements, you ask for the requirements, you ask for documentation, for example, or as many things that you want, and then you check the information that you received, all these before the elections. And that normally, sometimes, actually, not in all cases, but for example, university case, it's pretty common that you have another phase that you have to submit list and candidate. So just not just nomination of someone, but you have a list with different candidates. And sometimes you also have to collect signature to present a list. So this is a really like a political election, but in some contexts this is quite common. And so we have developed this process as well. So basically, people include, and let's say they present their list within Eligo. They present the candidates within Eligo. The candidates can accept or not accept their candidacy, and obviously you can always check that the person that is doing that is entitled to do that. This is really important, because sometimes a person of one department, for example, cannot nominate a person of another department, for example. So you always check based on single sign-on, based on rules that obviously we need to implement in Eligo, but it's all possible. So you present a list candidates. You also have the possibility to collect signatures, and then so the result is exactly the list, sorry, and candidates that are able to participate to the election. So hopefully I was clear, but basically the process can be easy, just candidates or list and candidates. It's all within a Live platform. Let's see the second one. Can we track the number of nominations each candidate receives and set thresholds for eligibility? Yes. So we have a model that checks for supporting submission of lists and candidates. Signatory supporting submission, call it the way you want, but basically you check if they have enough support submission in order to present their list. So we know this is quite a complex process, and so we tried really to make it flexible to also implement all the requirements of different regulations. Can we handle and verify self-nominations through the platform? Yes. We can always verify a number of self-nominations. So I can nominate myself. Normally, I didn't say these before, but it's really important. Normally all these processes are for clients that access through a single sign-on. So basically, we are always connected to your CRM, your database, because we need to check all this information real time. So it's really important. Otherwise, we don't have anything to check on. The single sign-on in this case is really, really important. Just for your information, we support SAML, Shibboleth, and Microsoft authentication and other algorithm for authentication. So basically, we support 100% of the authentication systems that we have seen so far. What features does Eligo offer to ensure the confidentiality and integrity of the nomination process? Okay, so we have all the information about the audit, so about what happened and when the people did things within the platform. What's most important is that we have the authenticated access. So we basically get the data from your CRM, your database, your portal. So we're in a second phase, let's say in single sign-on, we authenticate someone whose information, sorry, are received from your database, from your CRM. So makes everything more secure. I think this is the last question. Can Eligo facilitate a nomination process that involves multiple rounds or stages? Yes, it can be done. This is something that is common in universities and schools, I think. So I think you're part of university and you can write out a specific case as well. But yeah, you can have multiple rounds or stages of nominations if you need to, based on your always bylaws. Yeah, so no problem in doing that. Let's see if we have any other questions. The nomination is really something that really is more specifically related to each type of process, but let's see. Okay, I think we're not receiving any other questions. So really thank you for your time. We're always happy to answer your questions. So please always feel free to participate to the next session or to write us an email with your questions. We all try also to take these information, these questions that we receive for these sessions well that can be useful for other people as well. Thank you very much, and see you next time.